Welcome everyone to another episode of NXT, and tonight we have a big main event. It is featuring your cruiserweights as Cedric Alexander defends against Angel Garza. Tonight begins our first round of number one contender tournament as Mia Yim is taking on Io Shirai here next. And later on tonight we'll see Kairi Sane in action as she'll be taking on a mystery superstar here in the women's division. But Mia Yim and this Io Shirai definitely should be a pretty good matchup if I'm honest with you. And for NXT, I believe they have the most stacked division in the whole WWE, Raw and SmackDown. I mean, you got impressive superstars on Raw and SmackDown, but it's just, I think NXT's more stacked in the women's division. That might be just me, but as of right now, I believe it's the future of the women's division. And we'll announce the other two matches for the number one contenders tournament matches, part of the first round matchups later on tonight. As here she comes, Io Shirai. Has a very dangerous elbow drop from the top, as well as a beautiful moonsault as well. So we're going to see who's going to be advancing to the second round of this beautiful tournament, because right now Lacey Evans is currently your NXT Women's Champion, and she's been pretty dominant. So I like what William Regal's doing right now. Try and get the stacked division some competition and seeing who's the best out of these 8 women getting an opportunity. So it looks like both of these women are ready. I'm ready. I'm hoping you're ready. Here we go. Kicking us off here tonight on NXT, Mia Yim taking on Io Shirai. Ooh, big punch there right away from Mia Yim. And now Mia Yim with a fall away slam, bringing that power right away to Io Shirai. As like I mentioned earlier tonight, it is going to be in a big main event. It's going to be Cedric Alexander defending against Angel Garza for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. As well as two absolute behemoths, two big men go at it tonight as Killian Dane versus Keith Lee tonight on NXT. As oh, nice springboard drop kick right off that rope, and Io Shirai not wasting any time, going to go for the pinfall, but not even a 1 count. So obviously Io Shirai is going to have to do a lot more damage. Oh, and then a knee strike, just a glancing blow to the shoulder region there, taking out Mia Yim temporarily. It's not going to go for a scoop slam. Mia Yim saw that coming, and a glancing blow to the back of the head, and then a drop kick. It's now Mia Yim, the baddie of NXT. We've seen this before from Mia Yim. Very impressive maneuver there from Mia Yim. Can she stay on Io Shirai here? Oh, and then a vicious knee strike. And Mia Yim with a glancing blow to the back of the skull. But Io Shirai, I think they just kind of fired her up more. As now, Io Shirai underhook backbreaker to Mia Yim. And now Io Shirai just playing with Mia Yim here. Gonna go for the pinfall attempt. Will this be enough? Ooh, just a 1 count. And we do got some breaking news about the whole Johnny Gargano attack that happened 2 weeks ago here on NXT after that number one contenders matchup. As, hold on a minute, we do have a submission middle of the ring. Will Mia Yim tap? No, she will not. So it looks like we have found out the identity of that attacker. That character's name is Karrion Kross, one of the hottest free agents in all the land. Of all the companies in the world, NXT was able to scoop him up, and he's officially on NXT. We do not know his intentions of Karrion Kross, but we know that Karrion Kross will be making his NXT debut next week here in the main event of NXT. So we got a pretty big debut coming your guys' way. So that's going to be very interesting, but we just don't know what his intentions are. So that could be very bad for not just Johnny Gargano, but the whole men's roster here in NXT. As now Io Shirai here, German suplex connecting there to Mia Yim. And now Io Shirai just with all this momentum currently just taking it to Mia Yim. Can she keep it up? Could she be moments away from picking up a much needed win into this championship tournament? And once again, Io Shirai just toying with Mia Yim here. Big opportunity, but no, just a 1 count. Two up-and-coming women, two of the best at what they do professionally. All comes to it tonight. Oh, going for the double knees. Mia Yim moving right out of the way. And Mia Yim could have Io Shirai right where she wants her. Back and forth match from the get-go. That's what you got to like. Both of these women won an opportunity at the NXT Women's Championship. But the question is, who is going to get that opportunity? As Mia Yim here. Hold on a minute. Are we going to see a high-risk maneuver here? Mia Yim. Suicide dive. Absolutely destroying not just herself, but Io Shirai there. And rightfully so. This is definitely awesome. These women are just tearing down the freaking building here tonight. And it seems like Io Shirai might be okay from that suicide dive that she just got hit by, apparently. If she's hurt by it, she's showing it off pretty well here. That's a nice Hurricane Rana. Takes her down. Mia Yim once again. And another one. Got to do all that you can to try and put away your opponent. And if that means you got to hit a same maneuvers over and over again, that's what you got to do. As now, wait, reversal from Mia Yim. Io Shirai had something in mind there. Both of these women seem like they know each other quite well as Io Shirai tosses Mia Yim back inside the ring. How much is left in the tank of both of these women? They've taken a lot of damage and sustained a lot of damage as well. Io Shirai, no reversal from Mia Yim now. Hard Irish whip off the ropes and a beautiful clothesline. Takes down Io Shirai. And now Mia Yim, what is in the mind of Io Shirai as she's about to be tossed to those ropes? Those are not going to be feeling good whatsoever. Io Shirai down and out, actually doing a veteran maneuver, rolling out of the ring momentarily there. As now Mia Yim, a little bit of a bear hug here. Will she tap? Will Io Shirai tap out? Nowhere to go. Maybe she could try and grab that top rope there if she can. Ooh, but no. She's fighting out of it. Ooh, and then a double chop to the skull there, stunning Mia Yim momentarily. And now a hard Irish whip into the corner. And Io Shirai talking a little bit of trash there. Could that cost her? Yes, it will. Oh. But somehow, some way able to get the connection. And both of these women just back and forth. Not going to let each other do anything in that corner. And just like that. Just like that. Mia Yim connecting with her finisher. And is that enough? No. 2.5. Io Shirai somehow kicking out of that. Just the big old kick to the face. And Mia Yim, you can see the frustration right now brewing with these punches to the face and that chop. Almost a slap, honestly. Mia Yim's just going to have to dig down a little bit more. She cannot get frustrated. She's got to know Io Shirai is one of the best in the world today. Obviously, she hasn't had too much exposure here in NXT, but obviously, she's signed here to NXT for a reason. And now look at that beautiful maneuver there. Taking down Mia Yim. But can she capitalize? Uh-oh. High-risk maneuver, ladies and gentlemen. Io Shirai. Beautiful moonsault. Pinfall attempt. Referee right there. 2, 3. The genius of the sky, Io Shirai, advances to the second round of the #1 Contenders Tournament. What a back-and-forth match. A hell of a win for Io Shirai. What is next? Who is going to be her next opponent? Io Shirai seems like she might not be done here. Hold on. No, come on. Io Shirai. Insult to injury right here to Mia Yim. Come on now. Killian Dane. Here comes Keith Lee. Killian Dane. Oh, wait. Oh, big knee. Not even going to allow Keith Lee to get it in the ring. And just beating him down right before the matchup. Come on, Killian. This is a high-profile matchup. And Killian Dane, ever since returning, has made his mark on Keith Lee. And there's just something about Keith Lee that Killian Dane does not like. Maybe he sees something in Keith Lee that just aggravates him. I don't know. There's going to be something. It's a devastating clothesline from Lee, and he's coming right after Killian Dane. And Lee taking his time to try and get the crowd behind him here. Oh, and a big forearm there. Oh, and then another one to the lower back. Then a clothesline. I'd love to know the reason why Killian Dane just hates Keith Lee. Keith Lee has a lot of potential, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, and then a double chop to the side there. And both of these men are risking a count out here, but I don't even think they honestly care. As they're at a 6. Uh-oh. Hurricane Rana. Usually you don't see Hurricane Ranas that big, especially from a big man like Keith Lee. As now Lee going to toss Killian Dane back in the ring here. Just before a possible count out. As now Lee. Hard Irish whip into the corner. This is not where you want to be if you're Killian Dane. You want to send a message. This is not... Oh, my God. Second rope moonsault from Keith Lee. The 320-pound big man bringing the absolute fight here. As Keith Lee in trouble now momentarily now. What does Killian Dane have in store? Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Killian Dane here. Oh my God, a spear through the second rope. Are you kidding me? Killian Dane meaning business here tonight. And now, oh, and then a big, like a scoop powerbomb maneuver. Very effective. And now into the barricade we go. Our camera's right here to witness it all in its glory here. And Killian Dane, pardon me, is all fired up here. Referee now at a 5. Keith Lee down and out. Dane loving exactly where he's at momentarily here, though. As Lee tosses Dane back in the ring here. Man, this is a takeover type match we're seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen. Just two absolute behemoths going at it. I wish it was in a better situation, but you won't always get that in WWE. As a drop kick to the side of the skull. Keith Lee down and out. Dane has him right where he wants him here. Oh, and then a devastating headbutt. And oh, come on. Come on, Dane. There's no need for that. Insult to injury with that. Just those vicious headbutts to the dome. Then a discus clothesline turning Keith Lee inside out. That very well could be enough to put away the glory, or I was just trying to make a joke out of frickin' Keith Lee's name there, but Keith Lee wasn't going to be basking in glory too much after that clothesline. As, oh my God. Little shades of Mark Henry there. Going for a kick to the midsection. Keith Lee saw that coming, a belly-to-belly suplex. As now Keith Lee thinks that may be enough. Is it, though? Ooh, just a 1 count. Keith Lee cannot believe it. But you cannot be frustrated right now, Keith Lee. You got a man that came back focused. A man that was on Monday Night Raw, on SmackDown momentarily, part of Sanity. Vanished for a long time, and Killian Dane coming back just out of nowhere. And he look like he's possibly in the best shape of his whole career, if I'm honest with you. Ooh, and a flying crossbody takes down Lee. Usually you don't have flying 300-pound dudes doing this to each other, but this is what we have. It's just a 2.5 count. Killian Dane is going to have to figure out something else. Keith Lee is gonna dig down deep. He's a fighter, ladies and gentlemen. As ref momentarily knocked out there. As now Keith Lee with his own reversal. Surprised it kind of didn't take too much out of that referee after being hit like that. And look at that! Oh, a jackhammer type maneuver. Is that enough? No, 2.5. Killian Dane able to somehow power out of it. Keith Lee needs to do some more damage in this match. Vicious chops there to the side. Now Lee has him up. Oh, going for something there. Reversal. Then gets hit with a discus clothesline. And again, getting turned inside out. And Lee in trouble again. Getting hit with these vicious headbutts. Man, this match has been very, very physical from the get-go. And another pinfall attempt. Is this just a 1 count. Not even a 2 count. As Keith Lee back up to his feet here. Now into the corner. Uh-oh. Lee. Oh, double chop to the chest there. Dane is in trouble right now. The big man, both of these big men have each other in trouble right now. It's going to take one more big maneuver to possibly put away their opponent tonight. Going for a drop kick, very costly there. Is now Killian Dane with that Irish whip off the ropes, then connecting with a back body drop. Oh, Keith Lee. Keith Lee not going to allow that to happen and just twisting the right knee of Killian Dane like it should not be twisted there. And now Keith Lee with a standing belly-to-belly suplex. If you tell me a 300-pound man doing that to another 300-pound man, I'd probably tell you I wouldn't believe you. Maybe if I saw a Big Show or maybe Mark Henry doing it, I'd believe it, but not from a man like a Keith Lee. I'm not saying he's not strong, but it's just the ability to able to do that. It's just superhuman strength. As now Killian Dane gonna focus on that left knee. Anything in his power to try and put away Keith Lee here tonight. As Lee with a kick to the midsection here. And then a cross body. Or a shoulder tackle, I should say. And these guys are just absolute brutes, ladies and gentlemen. With another pinfall attempt here from Keith Lee. Is this enough? 2. 2.5. Lee just is so close. It's just one big maneuver. You got to think away. And then a running knee strike. Keith Lee, his head connecting to that back of that, I should say the middle rope there. Going for a clothesline. Keith Lee missing. Will Dane be able to capitalize? Killian Dane. Release powerbomb into a jumping elbow drop, you could say. And now Dane. The fatigue is coming in right now. And that's what you're going to have with a big match like this. Just two absolute big dudes, two hosses going at it. And then a brutal headbutt. And, Keith Lee! Keith Lee with a beautiful moonsault. Is that enough to put him away, though? Not even a 2 count. And Keith Lee's been pretty close all match, ladies and gentlemen. As now, going to stretch out Killian Dane here. Going to make him pay with another power maneuver there. And now Keith Lee, a little bit of a flapjack type maneuver, takes down Dane. And you can feel the momentum swaying a little bit here. As soon as I say that, Dane, with just a big forearm strike, you'd say, a big clobbering blow, and then a crossbody. Did he get all of it, though? Here we go, pinfall attempt. Referee right there to make sure the shoulders are down. Just a 2.5. And cross bodies, we've seen jackhammers, anything in the boot of both of these big men, and it still has not been enough. Even a suicide through the ropes, and it still hasn't been enough yet. Killian Dane, he won with this maneuver last week. Down goes Keith Lee. And that may have just gotten the win for Killian Dane here. 2. No! The last second, Keith Lee, are you kidding me? And Dane noticeably upset, and that's totally understandable, ladies and gentlemen. What a match we are witnessing. Is now Keith Lee in trouble? Oh my God. All that weight on the lower back of Keith Lee, and Dane is just upset right now. He's just trying to figure out what he needs to do to put away Keith Lee here. Oh, and then a clothesline there. Can Keith Lee get something going now? He's sustained a lot of damage in this matchup. Oh, shoulder block takedown. Gonna go for a pinfall this time. Will this one be enough? Ooh, 2.5. And once again, Killian Dane been setting up all match after this. Big punch to the kidneys though from Keith Lee. And look at that. What a beautiful spine buster out of nowhere. The absolute height that he got on that. And it picks him up the victory. What a match. Wow. Keith Lee with what you could say probably was the biggest match in his young NXT career. I mean, obviously he's had championship opportunities, but I think this was the match that is going to solidify him as a big threat here in NXT. These guys just tore the building down. Hopefully we got fire and rescue outside, because damn, this house is sizzling right now. And hopefully we get to see that spine buster. No, we don't, but damn, that was a hell of a spine buster. And tonight we get to bask in the glory of Keith Lee. A hell of a match, ladies and gentlemen. Dane and Keith Lee. I have a feeling this may not be the last time we see both of these men go at it, as now we get to see Kairi Sane and another woman in the #1 Contenders Tournament. Hopefully we can keep this momentum going after two absolute stellar matches tonight. Io Shirai beating Mia Yim. We just saw Keith Lee defeat Killian Dane. And now we get to see Kairi Sane taking on a mystery opponent in this #1 Contenders Tournament. Kairi Sane, she's had some matches here in NXT. Not too many to really kind of feel where she's at, but I think this is the perfect time for Kairi Sane to, get something going here, which is perfectly fine. There's a lot of women that don't have the biggest of matches. A lot of it was Shayna Baszler and Lacey Evans right now, but I think the future is quite bright for the NXT Women's Division for sure. And once we get this match started, we'll go ahead and announce the other two first-round matches that will be happening next week here on NXT. Well, let's go ahead and find out who that mystery opponent is for Kairi Sane. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh my God, are you kidding? Toni Storm, yes! Toni Storm, ladies and gentlemen, is a part of this #1 Contenders Tournament. She's a well-known wrestler here in WWE. Looking to, I don't know what kind of deal she got with William Regal here in NXT, but Dan, this is another amazing pickup for the NXT women's roster. Toni Storm. And especially her and Kairi Sane for the first time ever here in NXT. I cannot wait. Both of these women are technically one of the best, if not the best, in all of the land. Toni Storm, Kairi Sane up next. I cannot wait to see how this is going to go. If it's anything like the first one, this is going to be nice. As here we go, Kairi Sane, Toni Storm, first time ever here in WWE. Oh, nice tripping there of Kairi Sane. And maybe after the outcome tonight, we'll maybe actually get some sportsmanship. It's a pile driver right away. That could be all she wrote here early. As a brutal uppercut stuns Kairi Sane on the rope here. Kairi Sane just kind of trying to figure herself out here early. As now a suplex there, or Northern Lights suplex there. As still to come tonight, we still have that big main event. We're going to have Cedric Alexander defending against Angel Garza, as Garza won a fatal 4-way match at the latest NXT TakeOver in a Fatal 4-Way, obviously, like I said, earning him an opportunity at any championship that he wanted. And he ends up going with the Cruiserweight Championship. He gets his opportunity tonight in the main event. Also, we're going to have one member from each tag team of Imperium and the Forgotten Sons in a one-on-one matchup tonight, as it's going to be Steve Cutler versus Marcel Barthel later on tonight. As now Toni Storm with a nice snap suplex there. And again, Kairi Sane is really struggling tonight, as Kairi Sane with the nice maneuver there. But again, Toni Storm just having the upper hand. Back and forth we go. And Kairi Sane just not going to, back down. Even though she is kind of struggling here early. Missing a drop kick. Only problem with having short legs there. Kick to the midsection once again. And now a underhook. Oh, double knees to the chest. Very innovative maneuver there from Toni Storm. Toni Storm has been looking very good tonight so far. And now, look at this. A submission hold here to Kairi Sane. Toni Storm couldn't make her tap out. But Sane able to get out of it momentarily. But how much damage was done to that head and neck area? Another reversal there from Toni Storm. Sane showing off that very feisty side here tonight. As a scoop slam there. And we have a lot of nice, I don't want to really call them exports, but we have a lot of, little diversity in the women's roster-wise. You got, obviously, Toni Storm. You got Kairi Sane, Io Shirai. You got all these other women from all over the place just looking quite well. As Kairi Sane and Toni Storm a little stuck in between the ropes here. Oh, there you go. Kick to the midsection. Kairi Sane here. Oh, nice neck breaker though. After both of these women trying to figure out what was going on with that rope, they were able to figure it out and a stomp to the midsection there. This could be the best time for Kairi Sane to get something going after Toni Storm was stuck between those ropes. And now here we go. It's, nice power maneuver there from Kairi. Can she keep this up? And now, look at this. Look at this maneuver from Kairi Sane. Gonna try and rip the arm and shoulder right out of socket. Ooh. Nice reversal, though, from Toni Storm. How much damage was done? And I think Kairi Sane, she's picked the right time to get back in this matchup, especially Toni Storm. It doesn't seem like she knew what she was doing after being stuck in those ropes. And Storm has her up. Now going to go for some kind of neck breaker of some sort. Kairi Sane with a nice drop kick. Toni Storm rolling right out of the ring. Kairi Sane coming right after her. A little bit of mind games, you could say, both of these women, by rolling out each time. And now Toni not going to fall for it this time as she tosses her back in the ring. Mind games galore in this #1 contenders tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Going for a kick to the midsection. Kairi Sane turning her around. And now a Hurricane Runner takes down Storm. Ooh, and then a vicious knee strike to the middle of that back. Kairi Sane is known for having one of the best elbows and one of the best heights on the elbows in all of the land. Always reminds me of the Macho Man Randy Savage, was just how beautiful her elbow drops are. There's now Sane having her up here. Oh, no, reversal. Onto the apron now. And Toni Storm, a little bit of trash talk here, and then connecting with a forearm strike. That was just an awkward landing there for Kairi Sane there. Ooh, connecting with a big boot. And Toni Storm all fired up and like she should be. This is a big match for Toni Storm and Kairi Sane. Yes, ooh, right on those steel steps. Be affecting the ribs by a lot in this match. As now Sane going to throw Toni Storm all the way down to the other end. Just going to take her time, recuperate how she needs to here. And now going to go back after her opponent. And we can also announce that the next NXT TakeOver will be the weekend of King of the Ring. It's going to be NXT TakeOver King's Landing. The location is yet to be determined, but as of right now, we can officially announce it. NXT TakeOver King's Landing, that weekend of King of the Ring. As Toni Storm back in the ring here, looking to put away Kairi Sane, looking to advance to the second round of this #1 Contenders Tournament. Toni Storm has her up. And now, oh, down goes Kairi. But not going to go for the pinfall here yet. Kick to the midsection here. Underhook. Powerbomb. That could be enough. 1, 2. No, 2.5. And Kairi Sane, she could sense the frustration right now. Be a perfect opportunity to, roll her up or hit an elbow drop or something if she wants to walk away and get to the second round. And now she has Zane on the ropes here. And toss her out. Toni Storm. What's going on here? Toni. It's going to be Toni time. Through the second rope with a drop kick. Very innovative maneuver. Not really going to go for a suicide dive. More of a, like I said, drop kick. Very effective either way. And could it be Toni time here in NXT, ladies and gentlemen? Snap suplex to Kairi. Zane is in trouble here. Oh, okay. A little bit of a butt attack, I guess. Okay. Innovative offense, I guess. As long as it gets the job done, that's all that matters, I guess. As Toni Storm with the kick to the midsection. I believe we just saw this. Powerbomb. Pinfall attempt. 2, 3. Toni Storm with an impressive NXT debut here. As her and Kairi Sane, a back and forth match. There for a little bit, it seemed like Toni Storm didn't know where she was at. But she eventually got it done back in this very ring, ladies and gentlemen. And in 2 weeks' time, we can officially announce that it's going to be Io Shirai versus Toni Storm in this second round of matches. And since we're right here, we're going to go ahead and announce the second round of first round matches. It's going to be Rhea Ripley taking on Bianca Belair and Candice LeRae taking on Dakota Kai next week to finish up the first round matches. But I am low-key looking forward to Io Shirai versus Toni Storm in 2 weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen. What a match. Here we go, Forgotten Sons versus Imperium. Here we go. It's going to break down here. You can just feel the tension. Here we go. Oh, spear right under that apron. Setting up Marcel Barthel here. Referee trying to break it up here. And, oh, here comes Marcel. It is absolutely breaking down here at ringside. Both of these men going inside the ring. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Got Steve Cutler representing the Forgotten Sons, and you got Marcel, a part of Imperium. Is now, ooh, look at that strength with that neck breaker, ladies and gentlemen. And now, Snapmare takedown. Ooh, and then a headbutt to the back of the skull there. Very effective for the most part. It might kind of knock your own teeth out, but whatever gets the job done. Gonna go for a scoop slam. Steve saw that coming. Drop kick takes down Marcel. The other members of both teams have been vetoed out, kind of banned from ringside. Just two absolute brutal members going at it, a part of each team. Imperium versus the Forgotten Sons. We saw Jackson Riker defeat Walter recently here on NXT, defeating Walter's undefeated streak. Look at the strength. Absolutely brutal strength there. And Barthel just feeling himself up here. And obviously both of these guys want to get a win back in their corner, especially for Imperium. You never know how Walter might act, especially after losing his losing streak. Oh, and a knee strike to the face there. Stuns Marcel. Kick in the midsection. Here comes Steve Cutler. Oh, and that's dragging him down by his hair there. Obviously, Marcel doesn't have too much hair, but still, it's still going to hurt. And uh-oh, we got ourselves a bear hug situation. Just wrenching it in on the middle of that back. Is he going to tap? He's trying to fight out of it, but I think he's got a tight squeeze. Can he get out of it? Yes, he does. And now, oh, snap suplex. And if you notice on the trunks there, Imperium, they always have a catchphrase. The mat is sacred. So they want to make their matches mean something, even if it's in singles action. I know it might be kind of a random fact that to bring that up, but it's just how Imperium is. They want to bring that old school feeling back to this generation. To make anything that happens in that ring, they want to make sure it's sacred, actually means something. Is just attacking that lower back right now. Steve Cutler could be in trouble here. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh, but a devastating punch right to the face there. Oh my God, and then a brutal lariat takes him down. And we still have a main event to come, ladies and gentlemen. Cedric Alexander takes on Angel Garza for the Cruiserweight Championship. Alexander has a lot of things to prove, especially this being his first major defense as Cruiserweight Champion. Insaguri takes down Steve Cutler. Cutler's in trouble now, especially after getting hit with that Insaguri. And uh-oh, we have ourselves a submission hold here, and this could be bad. Little shades of Samoa Joe here. Is he going to tap? Middle of the ring, nowhere to go. He's going to have to try and survive. But look at the strength of Cutler. And then just connecting with that vicious headbutt there. Hopefully these men bring in the absolute fight tonight. It's a nice belly-to-belly suplex there. Overhead suplex, I should say. And just look at Cutler. He's feeling himself up here. Ooh, devastating punch there. And now off the ropes. Oh, look at Cutler. Look at Cutler there. Just the speed and agility there. Spine buster there. Takes down Marcel. Oh, back up to his feet though right away. Going for an Insaguri type maneuver. Takes him down. Insaguri head scissors. And now Cutler's busted open. And now we're going to have ourselves a gator roll here. And now, wait, he's going to turn it into a submission hold here possibly as well. Just wrenching in that head area right there. I guess it would be the best time to go for a submission, especially for the head area, especially with Cutler being busted wide open. Going for a kick to the midsection didn't really help him out there, as now Cutler. What does he have in mind for Marcel here? Oh, a cutter there out of nowhere. And oh, he's not even done. Is he thinking about another one? Oh, no, wait, no. Gonna go for something else here. Oh, Fisherman's suplex powerbomb there. No, he's not going to go for the pinfall on it either. Very surprising. As Barthel with the fireman's carry reversal. Ooh, and then a kick to the ribs there. Takes him out right away. Going for a kick to the midsection now. Marcel with a underhook. Knees to the chest again. Not sure what the technical term for that maneuver was, but it seemed like it was very effective here. No, I thought that was a 3 count. And Marcel is right there in the face of the referee, not believing how that was not a 3. And now he's looking to finish it up here. Can he do it now? Oh my God, dropping him right on his neck. He's going to go for the pinfall on it. Oh my, are you kidding me? 2 times in a row, 2 big maneuvers, and 2.9 for each one. Oh, and he's going to go for another one, it seems. And again. Is it enough this time? 2, 3. The second time's the charm. And Marcel Barthel gets it done from Imperium. What a back and forth match. The tension is there between both teams. And Imperium gets another victory to their side. Back and forth match. Just absolutely brutal. Having to drop Cutler on his head twice to make sure he's able to get that win. Marcel Barthel with an impressive win for Imperium. But now we get ready for the main event. It is main event time for the Cruiserweight Championship. Angel Garza, very confident superstar Angel Garza, takes on your Cruiserweight champion, Cedric Alexander. Angel Garza, very impressive superstar. He's not undefeated anymore, as he did lose to Cameron Grimes recently, but I mean, for Angel Garza, perfect opportunity to cash in that Cruiserweight Championship. Well, I guess it was more of a pick whatever championship you want. He wanted Cedric Alexander. Will that be the best choice? We're going to find that out tonight. It was a brutal fatal four-way match that he won. Cameron Grimes, Dominic Dijakovic, Leo Rush was in that as well, so superstars that aren't slouches. You know, they know how to get it done in that ring. As here he comes, your Cruiserweight champion, Cedric Alexander, the Messiah of the Backbreaker. I mean, Roderick Strong might beat me up for saying that, but Cedric Alexander, one of the best, you could say, in the Cruiserweight division. He's been all over the place with the likes of 205 Live, when that started up, eventually going down, and then getting that opportunity against Pete Dunne, defeating Pete Dunne, and this is now the age of Alexander. But we're going to see how it fares for Alexander tonight. Is this just a one-hit wonder, or will this actually be a good title defense? As it is for that Cruiserweight Championship. Angel Garza all fired up. And Cedric Alexander, he is ready as well. This is your main event of the evening. Both men are ready. Referee raising up the belt. Seems like everybody is ready. The main event is ready. Let's see how this fares. Garza versus Cedric Alexander. Here we go. Just rolling through this little test of strength here. Now referee. Oh, cheap shot there from Garza. And that's to be kind of expected from Garza. We kind of saw it in that fatal four-way, as well as that match that Angel Garza lost to Cameron Grimes a while back as well. As now Garza with the Irish whip off the rope. Referee down, and I don't know if that was a low blow, but it seemed like it was pretty close to it. It took out the knee of Alexander, though. And Alexander is going to have to be very careful tonight, because Garza, he seems like he's been really feisty from the get-go. As now Cedric Alexander gets hit with a snap suplex. And if you guys missed anything later on, or the whole episode of NXT, make sure you guys go back and watch it. We did announce when the next NXT TakeOver is going to be. It's the same weekend of King of the Ring. It's going to be NXT TakeOver King's Landing. And for the next week's episode of NXT, we got Karrion Kross, the superstar that we found out the name of that attacked Johnny Gargano. He'll be making his in-ring debut next week here in the main event. Also, next week here on NXT, it's going to be Rhea Ripley taking on Bianca Belair, as well as Candice LeRae taking on Dakota Kai, a part of the #1 Contenders Tournament, to find out who is next in line for Lacey Evans' NXT Women's Championship. As now Garza going back in the ring as well here. Oh, big punch there. Kind of stunned Alexander just a little bit. As now into the corner we go. What does Garza have in store here? Going for a punch there. A little slow with the punch. Alexander saw it coming. Oh, the big chop to the chest. As now, Cedric Alexander. Oh, impressive maneuver. Leg drop on the back of that head. As now Alexander going for the pinfall attempt. Is this enough? Ooh, not even a 1 count. As Garza sits up here, trying to get something back going into this matchup here. Jumping knee strike misses. Here comes Cedric Alexander. Irish whip out the ropes. Here we go. Tilt the rope backbreaker. Oh, and then a kick there from Angel Garza. And now Garza standing moonsault. And Garza's all fired up right now. He knows how big this opportunity is, especially early in his NXT career. Obviously, he started out in Cloud 9 by winning the Fatal 4-Way match. He did lose to Cameron Grimes later on in the second matchup. But I think for Garza, if he wins a championship in his third ever match here in NXT, that could maybe get some momentum going in his career. But I mean, you never know. It's superstars take everything differently. As Alexander with a nice Northern Lights suplex. Ooh, I don't know if he got all of that kick, but just enough of a glancing blow to that lower back. As now Cedric Alexander with the Michinoku driver. As Alexander going to go for the pinfall attempt. Will it be enough? No, just a 1 count. And Alexander cannot believe it, but you know, if you're Alexander, you got to stay on Angel Garza here. As here comes Angel Garza here. Back suplex. And he got all of that bad boy, and of course that's what Garza is. He's just going to take his time to really get something going with Alexander. And Garza doing the right thing here, staying on Cedric Alexander, making sure he doesn't get any time to rest. And a super kick out of nowhere. Alexander back up to his feet, though. And now Alexander, a brain buster. Was the brain buster enough to put away Garza? 2. No, 2.5. Very, very close. I think if Alexander hits the lumbar check, I think it's going to be the end of this matchup. And that's what Alexander might be looking for here. Alexander. No, brain buster again. Okay. Second time's a charm, possibly. 2, 3. Yes, it is. He thought he had enough the first time. He's like, screw it, we're going to go for it the second time. And there is your winner, ladies and gentlemen. Cedric Alexander closing out the show on top of the Cruiserweight division. Another loss for Angel Garza. He has to go back to the drawing board. We'll have to see where it goes. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll see you guys on SmackDown.